let's just pick up here, Chelsea and the lack of goals, Ray, because when I look back at Brighton, they were the XG kings. They were playing beautiful football under Graham Potter when he was still in charge. They just lacked the goals. And Chelsea were lacking goals even before he came in. It's arguably one reason why Thomas Tuchel is no longer in the job. How quickly do you think he can turn this around? Because in the Premier League, his teams have never been known for being a goal-scoring team, have they?
No, not at all. I mean, it is a problem. You know, just stats itself you read out earlier. One shot on target, being at home is just not good enough. You know, whoever you're playing, you need to really, you know, move up the pitch a little bit higher maybe. And as you said before, they didn't really test out Saliba or Gabriel today. That was fantastic, Saliba. He had a really good game, but they didn't really test them as much as they should have done. But that is a worry, certainly. And Aubameyang just didn't look at it today. Whether it's the emotions of playing against his old club, I don't know. But it wasn't the Aubameyang I saw when he played for Arsenal, when he was going for that purple patch and scoring goals, making runs, enjoying his football. He looked like he didn't enjoy it today. And that's a worrying thing for Graham Potter, as we heard there. Look, there was a lack of service. We can understand that. But you've still got to, you know, take it to Arsenal today. Being at home, show a little bit more going forward. And they didn't do that. So there's a lot of work to do. As we know, we've got one more game in the Premier League now. And then a lot of his players will be leaving and going off to the World Cup. So he won't have no time to work with them then. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Chelsea this season. But one thing about it, they've got to give him time, surely. Yeah. I mean, he's just got the job. He's got all his backroom staff there. And it might take a little bit of time to see exactly the personnel he wants. And maybe, again, we talk about transfers. Transfer window could be very important for Chelsea.
Yeah. Chris, what do you reckon about this, what I've just been mentioning about Brighton and the Potter lack of goals? He's come to a Chelsea side which also needs goals.
Yeah, massive worry. What slightly would concern me from that interview, you know, is comparing Chelsea to Arsenal and where Arsenal are at. Chelsea finished above Arsenal last season in the Premier League. So, you know, he should be doing better with the players that he has at his disposal. I know that there are injuries. The issue he has is expectation, Graham Potter. That's the issue he has at Chelsea. Because, you know, they are expected always to compete at the top end of the Premier League table. Today, they were miles off it. But it's too simplistic just to turn around and say, well, you know, Arsenal are much better than us. And, you know, the manager at Arsenal has had time to build. Graham Potter will get time. I think, you know, he will get time. But he needs to start winning games and show that Chelsea are far more competitive. As I said earlier, it's okay to lose a game. That's no problem. But not to lay a glove on Arsenal at home at Stamford Bridge and not pepper the goal and not have any combinations in the final third. I think the Chelsea owners will demand more, and certainly the fan base will expect far better from Chelsea in the games coming up.
Yeah, just looking at their Premier League results in recent memory, since their victory against Aston Villa, they got the goalless draw, London derby against Brentford. They drew against Manchester United at Stamford Bridge, and of course we know what happened last weekend against Brighton, and today no goals for them either.